Hello, my name is METİN Arıdaşır. This is 229th part of explanation of my theory. According to my theory and my formulas, wave number multiplied by 2 pi c, 6.28 multiplied by speed of light. Elementary electron motion formation in meta-sensation perception matter formula of me. 1. Now, imagine a point in spaceless meta-sensation perception matter, and suppose it suddenly exerts a certain power to be extended to be continuous motion line and to move in a certain linear direction through eternity. In fact, meta-sensation perception matter has eternal, intrinsic, perpetual, cyclical motion forms which eternal time is hidden in them. In meta-sensation perception matter, no point can extend itself, to be an infinite straight line motion. I defined this limited length straight line motion as the motion form. Motion arrow, I'm so sorry. I defined this limited length straight line motion as the motion arrow. 2. When a point starts to move with a certain power, at the rate of this power, meta-sensation perception matter reacts in opposite direction of this motion to stop its straight line movement. Therefore, at the rate of motion arrow's power, meta-sensation perception matter reacts increasingly opposite to this motion in the opposite direction to make this arrow stop earlier. So, inversely proportional to motion arrow's power, length of motion arrow will be short. Meta-sensation perception matter's opposite reaction turn this motion arrow inside out. Like this. Okay. Yes. Meta-sensation perception matter's opposite reaction turns this motion arrow inside out. Every point that starts moving in a linear straight line direction, when a point extends itself as a motion arrow, this motion arrow, under the influence of meta-sensation perception matter's opposite reaction, turns into inside-out motion, continues and completes the first cycle as a ring-shaped spherical surface movement, motion. This is the first light, first wave and first electron motion form of meta-sensation perception matter. This electron motion form, this intrinsic motion form of meta-sensation perception matter from now on will write all the physical laws of universes. This motion form make whole universes regular. Yes. This is the first formation formula, first regularity formula that I put forth. This is the first light, first wave and first electron motion form of meta-sensation perception matter. It has radius. It has radius. Radius, or wavelength. For the first time, with electron motion form, this is the birth of mass. Mass born with electron motion form on the surface of ring-shaped electron motion form. Okay. It has radius, wavelength. It has different inner adiabatic medium. Here inner side, outside, and a kind of tension from now on. Now energy born, okay? Mass, energy, linear velocity, point mass, point energy, remember, angular momentum, etc. Yes, from now on, motion arrow is the axis of the electron motion form, and it is nothing but electron motion form's wavelength. Electron motion form has frequency. At the rate of motion arrow's power, it will be shorter because of increasingly opposite reaction, meta-sensation perception matters reaction. Then its wavelength be shorter. Then its wavelength will be shorter, and then its frequency will be greater. Its energy will be higher, etc. Yes. Electron motion form has frequency, electron motion form has mass and energy. Each point, I defined its point wavelength, point mass, point wave velocity, etc. From now on, if it is free, it produces and propagates successive waves perpetually through eternity. First cycle, coming, second cycle, third cycle, etc. First linear velocity, second, third linear velocity, okay? Because of linear velocity, wave number multiplied by linear velocity. First wave's linear velocity for each wave's linear velocities, okay? Yes. 3. Then I asked, what would be angular velocity of electron motion form? If an electron motion form is at rest, not relocating, it's always in motion, cyclical motion, but it may be at rest or it may be relocating. It may relocate or relocates. It can relocate or it can at rest. It can be at rest. But in all cases, it goes on produce and propagate successive waves if it is free. Then I asked what would be angular velocity of electron motion form if an electron motion form is at rest, if it is not relocating each of its intertwined spherical ring-shaped cycle as a wave should be completed. 1, 2, 3 should be completed as the repeated paces that travel at the speed of light in all directions, in each direction. Yes, each of its intertwined spherical ring-shaped cycle as a wave should be completed as the repeated paces that travel at the speed of light in each direction. This means this electron motion form's frequency would be this. Yes. No. Would be. This means this electron motion form's frequency would be here. Frequency is equal to c divided by lambda. Okay? Therefore, angular velocity of an electron motion form is 2 pi c divided by lambda here. Okay. And what would be linear velocity of electron motion form's first cycle? Okay. This is linear velocity formula. V is equal to angular velocity multiplied by radius. This means it angular velocity multiplied by lambda. Okay. Here, angular velocity is that multiplied by lambda. Finally, lambda and lambda cancel. Then, linear velocity for the first cycle is 2 pi multiplied by c. 1,884,000 km per second. 1,884,000 km per second. 6.28 times greater than the speed of light. Linear velocity for the first. Yes, 8. What would be linear velocity for each cycle? Because there is no friction in meta-sensation perception matter. There is no void. There is no space. At the end of each cycle, this is third cycle. Okay. Turn back. Yes. Former wave's linear velocity added to motion form's first linear velocity. Now, here, second wave will be added first wave's linear velocity and 2 multiplied by linear velocity. Then come in 2 multiplied by first linear velocity added first linear velocity 3 times greater than first cycle's linear velocity and wave number. This is final formula that I put forth. Linear velocity as the wave number is equal to wave number multiplied by 2 pi c. Okay. Have a good evening. See you later.